We talk entertainment, politics, sports, and lots more.
For more updates, join the family on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TSLNIGERIA TV.
Join the family. Hello and welcome to TSL On The Go. It's another exciting Saturday. And of course, what better way to spend your Saturday than to spend it with this duo right here, Obinna and Amara. Let me introduce myself. My name is Njoko Obinna and my beautiful partner is...
First of all, you just introduced yourself.
Yes, I know. I'm doing it again.
Well, I'll do myself the honors and you too. Exactly. My name is Amara Onweze. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, guys. So without wasting so much of your time, sit back, relax, get your popcorn because we are here with premium gist. All right? So let's head straight to the headlines.
Today on TSL On The Go, Buhari launches Kashimbila multi-purpose dam, IMF approves $3 billion loan for Ghana, Toby Amusa bags master's degree, and a Nigerian chef attempts to break Guinness World Records. This is TSL On The Go.
Welcome back. So this week we enjoyed the banter of EFCC and Zamfara State Governor, and this happened because the EFCC chairman, that's the EFCC in the whole, sent letters to governors with the intent to probe them on how they've spent their time in public service. And the Zamfara State Governor came back bashing the EFCC, saying that it's not only governors that you should probe. You should also probe the presidency, the executives here, and also the EFCC should step aside. The EFCC boss should step aside. Let them probe him.
First of all, the story is juicy because I see us having a long back and forth between the EFCC and a lot of other governors. But apart from that, we're talking about 70 billion here. First of all,
exactly
70 billion naira, which was diverted, and this is something that we've always seen happen over time in Nigeria. So for the EFCC chairman to come up and say, "Oh, now we want to start probing governors," I hope he has done a lot of homework because they can probe governors now and everything will die down after a few weeks. We'll not hear anything
like
again.
It always happens.
Exactly, because how independent is the EFCC to carry out something like this in the first place?
It's as independent as they want it to be.
Because the EFCC doesn't seem like it's very independent to be able to carry something, because it demands stepping on a lot of toes, going into people's closet, doing a lot of investigation.
As should be. See, you're serving the public, and how you spend the monies that were allotted to you matters. Exactly. And as a matter of fact, the Zamfara State Governor they acquired that money through loans.
True.
And that's 70 billion naira. And how did you spend it? It was alleged that he was getting houses in Abuja and properties. Yeah. And so he was very pained. That's why the banter has made a lot of rounds on social media, because he's also asking the EFCC, how do you deal with all of those things you get from defaulters, from fraudsters? What do? We'll just see a picture of you burning something and next thing you're rich. So exactly. How are you also giving accounts of yourself as a boss? That's why. So it's just
like it's a battle of transparency and openness, which should not even be an issue. If you are seizing things from the public as an EFCC personnel, you should let us know, oh, this is how we spend this money, this is how we did, this is what we did to this thing that was confiscated. But most times we don't even see this happen. We hardly see this happen. And so if the EFCC is going to be successful with this, they have to be as independent and as objective and as possible. Yeah. Now, speaking of independence and objectiveness, let's talk about the story of the Nigerian police force and members of the public. Now, this is not a new issue because this was one of the things that spearheaded the NSAS protests that happened in 2020. Right. Now, looking at this, we saw videos early this week of Seun kuti and a police officer involved in a brawl. Now, these videos elicited a lot of reactions from the general public.
Yeah, it did.
Because a few hours after the video was released, Seun kuti was in jail.
Yeah, it's the brawl for me. He said brawl.
Yes, I'm speaking. So disregard that.
Yeah, one thing I like the fact that there are mixed reactions because there have been several stories of Seun kuti and they say, oh, he's rude, he doesn't respect anybody, this is a police officer, why are you doing this? And he came out to say that the police officer was threatening his life and his family. But that aside, the problem was that police officers have been seen several times brutalizing citizens, and this has to stop, because why did we do all we did for NSAS? Do you understand? And who is even accountable? When you write reports, they'll say, oh, don't like take justice on
Into your
own,
hands, yes.
into your hands. Yeah. So when you write reports and you go to police stations, you are not attended to. Sometimes even when you do something like that people would listen to you.
And funny thing about this story is there are a lot of crazy videos online out there where the police officers are harassing citizens. And after the NSAS protest, you can remember vividly that the SARS was dissolved.
Yeah.
And it now seems like SARS was dissolved into the police force.
And
now we're having
really
the
brutal.
same, exactly, we're having the same thing over and over again. So what is a definite solution to all these problems? I was thinking, how about we suspend the police force? We just scrap it and then we have like the army as the sole arm of military.
I like violence, but I don't like military era. And the police force is great, actually.
Yeah.
Like what it stands for is great. It's just that things are happening in a very wrong way. So the police force has to step up. Yeah, and there are actually so many hands involved in this. Pay them well. Let them not be. They are angered. When you're hungry, you're angered. True. This is not like saying that they should continue what they're doing. But let all hands be on deck. Let the police force be the friends of the people. Let them take care of us. Let them help the society in environmental, whatever they do. Security, that's what I'm trying to say. Security, yeah. And like, let Nigeria be peaceful.
Exactly. If you're not taking anything from this, take the fact that you should be transparent, you should be accountable, and you should be a person of integrity. That being said, can we go over to entertainment, to our entertainment gurus, and see what they got for us this week?
MM and Ella, over.
The floor is yours.
Hey fam, it's on the go, and this is the entertainment corner as usual. It's your favorite baby girl, Udo, and of course, I have my partner here with me.
The beautiful Emanuela Opuama.
And yes, we can't talk entertainment this week without talking about our very own Hilda Baci, a Nigerian chef who has made an attempt at the Guinness World Records to beat the longest cooking hours performed by a single individual. I mean, I was constantly on her live, and it's never dropped below 20,000 viewers at a go.
I followed the process actually. She started from 1 hour to 2 hours to 3 hours. Now completing 100 hours. I mean, that took a lot of determination and courage. And now seeing celebrities coming online
even
and
politicians
to support her, like that was very mind-blowing.
And even after achieving the feat, we have sponsors still coming out like Dana Air. Dana Air is sponsoring our local flights for a year. We have Zaron Cosmetics, who is going to be supplying our cosmetics for a year.
Wow.
We have ITEL. ITEL is going to be giving her their latest phone brand, and this is just like a tip of the ice because so many brands are after Hilda right now.
Even during the Cookathon, we had Uber sponsoring her, we had Cold Stone, we had Danomic. I'm sure when she wanted to take up this task, she did not believe that it would get to this, and I'm actually proud of her.
We are really, really, really proud. And have you seen this video which has been trending online of Chris Brown and Pokoli in the unavailable challenge? Yes, Chris Brown and Pokoli in one video.
Surprising combination, right? Because who would believe Chris Brown would be standing along and Pokoli will be standing alongside Chris Brown? But I could believe that Chris Brown has Nigerian blood because he's always dancing to Nigerian songs.
Exactly.
And Davido had to comment under the post
and say,
Chris Adeleke. And I believe it.
And you know, Davido has also said earlier that Chris Brown is like one of his biggest supporters and collaborators in the music industry. And
that's very true.
Exactly.
Now, on a sadder note, we had a very sad news on the internet today about our Nollywood actors. These are not actually actors, they are legends because we actually grew up watching some of these actors, the likes of Saint Obi, Chikeze Ikeze, and Murphy Afolabi.
And also ex-Big Brother Niger housemate Katrina, she lost her ex-husband this past week. This is us extending our condolences to the families and all those involved.
May their soul rest in perfect peace. Now let's take it straight to the news in details. Stay with us.
President Muhammadu Buhari earlier this week inaugurated the Kashimbila multi-purpose dam with 40 megawatts hydropower. This transmission line and distribution substation phase 1 project is located at the Kashimbila dam site in Taraba State. Speaking at a virtual ceremony held at the council's chamber state as Abuja, the president, in a statement by presidential spokesman Femi Adesina, underscored the importance of the project, highlighting its role in his administration's commitment to achieving the target of 30 GW of electricity in the country by 2030 under the Electricity Vision 30-30-30. Secretary to the Bayelsa State Government, Alabo Gideon Ekwewi, has said the National Youth Service Corps NYSC is the most vibrant and best youth program in Africa in the last 50 years. He described NYSC as a key factor for national development and integration, adding that despite the challenges faced in the last 50 years, the program has outlived every other youth scheme initiated in Nigeria and the continent of Africa. The International Monetary Fund Executive Board early this week has approved a $3 billion 3-year loan program for Ghana. According to reports, an immediate disbursement of about $600 million to Ghana would carve a potential path of the country's worst economic crisis in a generation. A young girl who went missing in Illinois several years ago was found alive last month in North Carolina after being recognized from Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries show. Kala Hubahan went missing at the age of 9 in July 2017 and was recognized in a North Carolina convenience store after her case was covered on a Netflix true crime show. World record holder Toby Amusa OON has added another colorful feather to her cap after bagging a Masters of Arts in Leadership Studies and Sports Management at the University of Texas, El Paso. Popular Nigerian artist Davido reveals that he charges a minimum of $100,000 for a feature, and this charge is limited to people he knows, and while others he doesn't pays more. He also hinted that he could do free collaborations with artists who have the zeal to push music. A Nigerian chef Hilda Baci, who hails from Akwa Ibom State, attempted to break the Guinness World Record for the longest cooking hours of a single individual. The previous record was set by an Indian chef Lata London for 87 hours and 45 minutes, while Hilda Baci set the pace of a new record with 100 hours. This feat has brought excitement to Nigerians as the Cookathon was supported by many celebrities and politicians.
Welcome back, guys. I am so delighted, but I'm sad as well because we've come to the end of today's episode. Yeah, exactly. But that being said, it was fun to spend Saturday with you as always. Please do remember to be a person of integrity this week. All right. And any message for our viewers, Amarachi?
Dream big. I just can't stop thinking
because
about
Hilda Baci.
Yes, we are just here for her, and we've learned a lot. Take out whatever you want to learn. Plan, do things you can. Think about what you do this week and let next week be a banger.
Exactly. That being said, please do not forget to subscribe and follow us on our channels at TSLNIGERIA TV. On Instagram as well at TSLNIGERIA TV. Please leave a comment. Let's know what you're thinking. Let's know how this week went for you. Till we see you next week, my name is Obina Onjoku.
I'm Amara. Bye.
Bye.